Do we have Ben Carson with us? I do believe we do. Yes, we do. Now, Secretary of Health and Urban
Development.
Housing and Urban Development. Thank you very much. I'm getting tongue-tied, Doctor. Maybe you can help me out on this one. You got your Innovative Housing and Building Technology event in D.C. You're with us this morning. You are showing people on the mall there in Washington, you're showing people with technology that can withstand extreme weather. Can you tell us a bit more about it, please?
Yeah, well, you know, we're having a significant problem in our country right now with affordable housing and also with resiliency. And on the mall here, we have multiple displays that address those two issues. We have a lot of innovation going on in this country, a lot of entrepreneurship. I'm standing inside of a manufactured home right now. It's a beautiful place. It has a living room area, 3 bedrooms, kitchen, a couple of bathrooms. And yet, you know, the cost of this is 30 to 40% less than a site-built home. In addition to that, these are bolted down to cement foundations and tend to tolerate tornadoes, hurricanes much better than site-built homes do. So you both have a cost and a resiliency issue here. These are the kinds of things that we need to be talking about to solve some of the significant problems that are going on in our society. And that's one of the reasons that we're having this display, so not only the people can see this and disabuse them of the notions that manufactured housing are trailers and trailer parks, and seeing what actually can happen here. We also have tiny homes. We have technology like the bullet tunnelers that can put in the infrastructure, you know, the plumbing, the electricity, the sewage, without disrupting the surface topography or the other structures around it. These are modern techniques that will help us to resolve these issues, but it requires us to remove some of the many zoning barriers that are based on outdated thinking about these things.
Now, that's the secret, isn't it? I mean, we can always do this. We can build stuff and build it fast and build it cheaply. We can do that. But unless you get rid of some of the bureaucracy, some of the endless rules and regulations, you just can't get it done. That's what you're trying to do, isn't it?
And that's correct. And the NIMBYism, you know, not in my backyardism, based on thinking about the 60s and the 70s and the kinds of things that the government did that were not particularly smart. They didn't do a lot of advanced thinking. They didn't do a lot of follow-up and support. And it really created more of a problem than it solved.
Let me be clear, though. This is not government housing. This is housing built by private enterprise, but used by the government in certain situations. That's what's going on here.
Exactly. Exactly. And, you know, we've been continuing to emphasize public-private partnerships. You know, our problems in this country will be solved by a combination of federal, state, local, nonprofits, for-profits, faith-based organizations, all working together. And we're much more effective that way. And we create win-win situations that way. It makes all the difference in the world.
Dr. Ben Carson, you just don't get enough publicity. And that's a fact, Doctor. And I think you should come back on this program more frequently. Ben Carson, everyone, one of the world's great brain surgeons before he became a housing guy. Last word to you, so go ahead.
If people want to talk about good stuff, we got a lot of that to talk about. Right, thank you.
You got a deal. Mr. Secretary, thank you very much.